there's no clown. That's just some story that Harris cooked up to scare us.
You think it was a story? Look at her, she's dead! The clown killed her!
Maybe there is no clown.
Anyway, I'm pretty certain you could just write the dialogue here yourself. They argue about whether it was the clown or not, and they get pretty hysterical before Steve decides to take charge.
Let's go.
Steve then actually does a pretty good job of organising the rest as they attempt to leave the woods. In fact, things seems to be going pretty well right up until...
Ow! Oh, come on, I guess I forgot about the sprained ankle cliche then.
The four of them attempt to carry Nicole out of the woods, when suddenly a clown appears and immediately gets socked in the face by Steve.
You know, it's hard to undermine this villain, but that just about did it.
Well, undermine them any more than making them a clown, that is. I mean, just look at this. This is ridiculous. You wouldn't see Freddy getting the shit kicked out of him the first time you saw him. So having been too much of a badass recently, Steve then randomly charges off after the retreating clown, which obviously leads to Trisha following immediately afterwards, abandoning Jay and the injured Nicole to get out of the woods on their own.
Steve! No!
Eventually, though, Steve finds that there's no sign of the clown anywhere.
Adding to the list of people who've completely lost the plot in this film. I'll be quiet.
Well, there might not be any sign of the clown, but Steve notices the clown's machete lying completely unguarded, and goes in to pick it up, giving him both knives. However, this seems quite obviously to be a really bizarre trap, and the suspicions are confirmed when the clown uses the element of surprise to sneak up on Steve and attack him. This then triggers a lackluster fight scene between Steve and the clown, completely devoid of tension, and it doesn't even have any music, possibly because the film is just a little ashamed at the moment. The fight scene goes on for way too long, involving a really annoying shaky cam and some of the most bizarre editing I've ever seen. In fact, I'd even make fun of the choreography if I thought there were any. Eventually Steve trapped himself at the bottom of the river, prompting this poignant question.
Who the fuck are you?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that. And if I could use my powers of deduction for a second, I would say that it can't be any of the four main characters for obvious reasons. And it can't be Harris, as not only is she definitely dead, but when we look at the back of the clown, she has the wrong hair type and colour. So therefore, it must be a stuntman. Most likely Shemp Mosley.
At any rate, Steve eventually realises that he can escape over the top of the rocks, and seems to have escaped the clown, before finally he gets shoved over to the sound of a random explosion noise. And whilst the effect is bad, in fairness, the scream is pretty good, but there's no saving this. Oh my god, it's in so deep, I have to hold it in place. Meanwhile, Trisha, who's been apparently standing in the same place for the entire fight scene, goes to investigate. Trisha then apparently catches some kind of fever and staggers along in a daydream before finding Steve dead.
Oh my god, Steve!
However, to make matters worse, the clown is there, and this leads to an embarrassingly haphazard chase scene.
That's what he said to us as we were riding away. Say hello to the clown for me.
I didn't hear him say that.
Neither did I. I think you finally fucking lost it, Trish. Come on.
Oh, and apparently it's time for some sort of flashback montage, because you know how much I love flashbacks.
Nope.
Hey, what do I do? Take it easy, dude. Just keep driving. Just keep it on the road. Don't pass.
Look at her, she's dead. The clown killed her.
Anyway, eventually it looks like Trisha has outrun the clown, and then Jay approaches her in probably the stupidest way you possibly could in this situation. Trisha then explains that Steve is dead to Jay, and he actually takes it pretty calmly, even telling his girlfriend, who's quite clearly in a state of shock.
Let's help her, Rob. Come on. Come on, honey, get your arm around me. Come on.
Steve's dead.
Come on, we gotta keep moving.
Go.
The three remaining characters don't actually make it very far before a random infighting scene occurs. In fact, it even blinds them to the presence of the clown behind them, who I must say I actually feel kind of sorry for in this scene, what with them ignoring him and all. Super evil clown guy here. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Hello? Ah, that's better.
Again with the comedy punching noise.
So with Trisha and her knife out of the way, the clown then just sort of takes Nicole, possibly thinking that she'd be safer with him, I don't know. The clown then walks off into the woods with her, completely unopposed, and Jay takes the knife off of Trisha the way that anyone handles any situation in this film. Jay then begins tearing off into the woods after the clown as well. Jay is now apparently drunk or something and stumbling around as vision spins and sees this. But in a twist that I genuinely didn't see coming because it doesn't make any fucking sense, it turns out to be Nicole.
No, baby. No. Don't die. I love you. You know I'd never hurt you.
What's that? Oh yeah, the whole stabbing thing. God damn it, I've been here the whole time, someone acknowledge me! So anyway, Jay starts laughing at the whole cheesy clown mask thing, and I've got to say I agree with him. I mean, it is pretty fucking stupid. He probably finds this a little less funny though.
I have no idea how you could confuse the two, but I guess he caught the same fever Trisha had earlier or something, I don't know.
Trisha, meanwhile, has made it back to the car and is about to break in when Old Man Thatcher, the old man from earlier, runs up and stops her. At first it appears he's interested in the tales she has to tell about what happened to her friend, but it quickly turns out that he's actually in league with the clown. This then leads to a scene which is just made for the yakety sax music. What in the hell?
Yeah, you'd be surprised how blunt machetes are.
But the stupid shit doesn't end there. Having disposed of the clown, it was apparently just that easy. She also takes out Thatcher. And this is starting to look like the darkest Three Stooges sketch ever written. But it's not like it's going to get any more fucking stupid, right?
Wrong.
Wait a minute, what was that?
No, she does not just say ow as she bumps her head. Seriously?
I mean, I have seen some fucking laziness from films in my time, but this just takes the piss. So anyway, Trisha somehow overpowers the clown and runs off down the road with the clown in hot pursuit. And this whole thing is somehow less entertaining than the other chase scenes from the movie, which is impressive, I guess.
This is getting kind of depressing. Kind of wish something would happen right about now.
She's right ahead of you! Get her! Get her! Get her!
Sorry about that, I'm back now. Thought I was going mad for a second there. Where was I? Oh yeah!
Oh no, not again. We'll probably have to exchange insurance details. Don't mind me, just walking to the car. Oh, crap. So anyway, because watching two people chase each other around a car was so riveting before, we get to watch it again. And also because this film must follow video game rules, the weapon's condition has deteriorated so much that it can't even get through the man's coat. So after a little bit of moaning about the blood and the pain and the fact that she just killed a man...
Trisha then takes off the clown's mask to reveal...